work him as much as, get as much energy out as you can, put him back in, maybe with a little bit more, another quarter cup with a little bbit of canned food or peanut butter into a Kong again. Here you go. And this is the great thing about the growing stage, because we can say, eat all the time, sweetheart, as long as it's not interfering. Good boy. You know what? Okay, come on in. Okay. Come on in.
He's like, I think I'm gonna stay.
I think I'm gonna stay, yes. I don't want to give him any more calories, honestly, on the crate, because we have other things we need to give him calories for. So, get it.
Tiens-la, tiens-la. Yeah. Good girl.
So yes,
So I'm
you're thinking that maybe this is,
I'm sold on the crate.
He's going, but this is my happy place.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going back.
I was gonna shut the door so he couldn't get back. He's like, let me think about this. I want the cookies, but do I want the cookies outside the crate? Okay, sweetheart, I am sorry, but you do have to come out because we have other things that we want to do.
See, he's not a fan of coming out of places.
Yeah, he's a natural denning animal. He looks like he's got some hound in him. That absolutely makes sense. All right, so no more.
Just one question.
I feel a lot better about leaving him alone.
And the crate is just going to keep
Good
him out
girl.
of trouble.
Tu peux lui mettre
So
là.
remember,
Peut-être
you
la
got
laisse,
two
ce sera
different
plus
tracks.
facile.
You
Tu
got
peux la laisser là,
being
tant qu'il n'y a pas de
alone, are
trucs.
you trustworthy, and the unique
la même
crate.
chose.
One last thing on the crate. I know you're sold on it, but I just want to keep in mind, I'd like you to keep the crate as a routine for 6 months, even though you won't probably need it past 6 weeks, because I would like him to potentially spend at least one night a month in the crate.
Sleep in there. Yep.
Yeah, just sleep in there, and really for the next couple of years in a perfect world, because if you were to pull a muscle,
Yeah.
or have to go to the vet for any reason,
Then
he's
yeah.
gonna have to be on crate rest or confined for an IV or any number of reasons that it can just happen, or you're traveling cross country or you have to fly with him. We had a family, had to pay for 6 weeks of training to get the dog okay in the crate because she was trying to fly the dog.
That makes sense.
And the dog, she tried to just sedate it and
It's
put
too
it in
late
a
when
crate.
you're an adult.
And they, not just that, but she gave the dog a traumatic experience and it destroyed the crate at the airport. And so that was a big deal. That was a big, expensive, horrendous process for us and the dog. And he's like, I want back in my happy spot.
Yeah, he's a puppy, so I want to make sure he's like.
Yes. So for 2 years, once a month, he spends a night in the crate.
Oh, door shut.
Yeah, door shut. He is in the crate. And yeah, the crate just stays in, you can make a nice little fancy cover for it and make it an end.
There is a cover. It's weaker.
Over the top. We put plywood over the top.
Oh, it is a really nice crate.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's a crate furniture. It's a furniture crate.
All right. So that's enough on the crate.
Okay,
If you have
Cyril,
any
one
questions,
question.
Contact me this weekend.
One question.
1 second, Paul.
She wants to go, ask about Pilates
Today?
for today. Yes, ask her.
Okay.
What today?
Today, I want to go to Pilates.
Yes.
I was going to go at 5 o'clock this morning, but I was like, I really shouldn't leave him first.
Yeah, that was good.
But it's my routine. Like, I go to Pilates at 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I go.
How long will you be gone?
Pilates is an hour. So
But transportation time. How long from door to door?
Okay, so it takes me 20 minutes to get there. The class is 15 minutes, and then it takes me 20 minutes to get back.
Okay. All right. So hour and a half.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. That's not an unreasonable chunk of time, but you're playing fast and loose.
Yes.
If you do your first, what time is the Pilates?
So I could go at 2 times today. I could go at 12 or I could go at 4:30.
If you go at 4:30, that gives you plenty of time to do. I'm going to leave you for 20 minutes, and I'm going to go sit in the car and listen, because the other thing you have to worry about in the apartment is that he discovers his voice.
Yep.
And starts howling.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're in a catch-22, darned if you do, darned if you don't situation here. You can't ignore it. And in a house, if they start howling here, I have literally sat for 4 hours while a big old lab barked in my face, trying to get me to acknowledge it. I can do that because I'm indoors and I don't have anybody right against me. You can't ignore his howling. The neighbors are going to have a fit, and I don't blame them. Okay. So here's the problem. If he starts howling and you immediately return, he's just discovered his mommy recall command. If he discovers his voice, we're going to have to work out a whole different plan.
I mean, she wanted.
I don't want to borrow trouble right now, but I'm just saying. So I want you to do 15, 20 minutes of you are nearby, 40 minutes of you are nearby, and do both of those before. And if everything's good,
So this morning, he was on his bed. I walked out of the apartment, whatever. He was just chilling.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about
He
it.
didn't want to come with me.
Yeah.
So I
And
was
the
like,
foster mom obviously went to the store.
she has left.
yeah.
But I was like, has he ever been left alone? She was like, not with that dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
He may or may not care. I would expect a hound to care, honestly. I would. But he's, once again, he's
He's doing.
not particularly bonded to the other dogs. For instance, what I'm saying is while he's trying to get Onyx to play, he's not clinging to her for security. Okay?
Yeah.
He's not dependent. I shouldn't say not bonded, but he's not
He
dependent
seems
on the other
very
dog.
independent.
Yeah. So this is good sign. This is all good sign. We don't know. He's still growing and developing. What I'm saying is right now, do 20 minutes when you get home. You should be nice and tired after all the stimulation. He'll probably just sleep the whole time you're gone.
That's what well, my other thing was, I would have left
Yes,
him.
but and
Should
this,
I not?
I want you to use today, tomorrow, and Sunday to train and evaluate. If anything looks amiss, then he can spend the
No,
week.
I mean today she wanted actually like today to go to Pilates at 12. She wanted to leave him with me.
I wouldn't, because this is your training opportunity.
Okay.
Yes,
What I'm saying
that's what I
is,
thought
do
too.
20 minutes when you get home, an hour after that, do 40 minutes. If both of those go well, then try your hour and a half. Okay?
Okay.
Because remember, we're trying to get up to 4 hours by Sunday.
Yes.
All right, so let's do it.
That's fine. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the first 20 minutes, sit at the bottom of the stairs
Yeah.
or away. Now you do have to leave. People will go right outside the door. You're
Yeah.
not fooling the
I
dog.
know,
He
this
can
is-
smell you. He can hear you
Yes.
breathing. Okay.
Amanda, did you see?
What's he got? He's like, what? See, once again, we think that's awesome, and it is. But at the same time, he's going, what? Just walking here. It's all good. Now
Yes.
we have to work it out. Very nice. Okay, so that's clear.
Got it. Yep.
Excellent. All right, and call or text if you have any questions or problems in the meantime. And if anything looks amiss, we can press pause on his apartment manners by having you leave him with your parents
Yes.
Yeah.
for just this week.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And then we come up with a new plan.
Yeah.
All right, because actually in that case we draft them to work on his crate training and his being
Yeah.
quiet.
I really don't want it to happen though.
No.
Because he's mine.
Yes,
So.
I understand. So this is plan A, their plan B, and we will proceed from there. And we're not gonna worry about the howling right now. I don't wanna fill your head with that information, because hopefully it never comes up.
Yeah.
We just never know, all right? Okay, so moving on, do you have any other procedural or routine questions for this week?
No, on the crate now. That's clear. That helps.
And you're gonna borrow the Kongs and the stuff for him, and oversize isn't a problem. I'd rather they were too big than too small, because
Okay.
for instance, and don't bother with the puppy Kongs. If you go to buy them, they're gonna try to tell you, oh, he's 6 months, he should have, he'll bite them in half within
Yeah.
a couple of months.
So you fill the Kong with the kibble?
Yes, I feel, and here's just another thing, because I wanted it to
and then
take
put
as
peanut
long.
butter at the end.
At the end, and also what
Oh.
else I did with my tie, because I wanted it to take as long as possible. Step into him, Paulo.
Paulo.
There you go. Good.
Voilà.
Good. What I did with my tie is I had 4 Kongs, that black size.
Yeah.
Okay. And I put the kibble in. I put a little bit of chicken broth in it. I was very much spoiling her. Then there you go. Good.
Oh, to like soften it.
To soften it a little bit, then I put a little peanut butter, and then I put it in the freezer, so that she.
Is it hot, the chicken broth, or?
No, just regular.
Oh.
It's just to soften it up and make it stick to each other. So basically, she's having to chew out a block of ice,
Interesting.
and it. Oh, there we go.
So you did that for.
Oh, I did that for
meals.
you. Well, she either worked in the training sense, like one of 2 things happens with the kibble. They earn it from working, or they earn it by fighting the Kong for it.
Got it.
One or the other. I don't want free food. I don't want any trust fund baby puppies, because food for free is
Then they get fat.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they get fat and they expect it.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Good.
Okay. All right. So.
Clicker training.
Sorry.
Clicker training.
Yes.
I have a clicker in my bag.
And we're good with that right now. I want to do a couple of more simple things. 3 cookies for you, 3 cookies for me.
Oh, tu
We
me
call
mets à
this
côté d'elle.
street tag.
On y-
I'm
Paulo,
going to say his name, and I'm going to hit him in the back of the head
Paulo.
with a cookie.
tu peux aller à côté de Nix, s'il te plaît?
Ooh, that was a wonderful response, sweetheart. You say his name and hit him in the back of the head with the, oh, wait a minute. No, he's looking at you. Hop. There we go. He knows the cookie's down there. His nose will lead him. Right now, say his name and hit him. Good.
So he knows, yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he knows his name, that's one, Hawk. But I want to have an incredibly strong response to the name. He knows his name, I want to give him every reason. There we go. We may need to wait a little longer because he's chewing, which is good. These are small cookies, I kind of expect him to, Hawk. There we go. If he turns on you before you can get the toss, just go ahead and kind of lob it at him. He might start catching him or,
Hawk,
now here.
Hawk.
There we go. So they, oops, that's all right.
I'm like,
One
where'd
of
he
the
go?
reasons, we're hitting him for two reasons. One, to get his attention if he isn't looking at him and looking at you. The other thing is, if you use him based